that we're going through a major structural transformation in the economy that we have not yet adapted to. Okay, the quality of life is equalizing around the world for people who have similar skill levels. Okay, the poor people of the world are going to have pretty similar qualities of life when this thing finally equalizes out. We've got technology, we've got internationalization, and so our poor are no longer, and our less educated are no longer insulated from competition from other people who have similar skills. The problem is that they have adapted their aspirations to where we are to where we've been in the past. And what I'm saying now is based as much on observing my family as it is on doing research. Okay, I've got nephews who's been to jail for counterfeiting money because they didn't want to take the jobs that were available given their skills. Okay, so I'm a father and a nephew and an uncle, and I could tell you lots of family stories that are just as useful as my research stories on this. And so part of the challenge is this little phrase, we need lifestyles that are sustainable given the incomes that are attainable. So lifestyles that are sustainable given the incomes that are attainable. So you got lower reservation wages, as an economist would put it. At the same time, we need lifestyles that increase life chances. So lifestyles that increase life chances. So at the same time, we're trying to get folks to calm their aspirations down. If the $8 an hour job is all that's available, that's the one you need to take. At the same time, you need to be working on your skills, so at some point you qualify for a job that pays more than $8 an hour. Okay, so working on both sides of that. And it's a difficult, painful transition, but we've got to find ways to get to it. Otherwise, we're stuck with armies of young black and other males not employed because their skills aren't sufficient to make an employer think that he wants to pay them enough to justify for them to think about they should take the job. Now, lots of facts. I won't put any facts out anyway. I mean, we've, as you say, our eyes glaze over now. It's bad, is the point. Okay, what can we do about it? A lot of what we need to do is to give people images of their alternatives. Okay, so we have ideas what we want them to do. They don't know what it looks like. Okay, you could talk about how to supervise a young man on the job. I don't know how to deal with this young man, how to teach him in the classroom, how to be a parent, all the different things that we'd like people to do differently. They don't know what it looks like. So we need to present them with images of what it looks like and then support them as they try to live up to those images. Show them what it looks like and then build supports so they can live up to it when they want to. Okay? We're still learning a lot of this through the research. There's a lot we don't know. So when people say, oh, we just know how to do it, we know how to do it, we just need to do it. Well, we don't quite know all of it. But there are lots of ideas that we could get out there that aren't out there. I mean, as a quick list, we know that folks who come from less advantaged backgrounds don't talk to their kids as much when they're toddlers. And the number of words that kids hear when they're toddlers are vastly different in people with different backgrounds. There's new research, I haven't read it yet, but I've heard about it, that shows that kids learn math and sense of ordinality through playing games. There's certain kinds of games where they get those basic math intuitions very early on, and the well-to-do are using those games. A lot of us don't know that the discussion during bedtime reading with a 3-year-old is really important. The mixture of higher order thinking and lower order thinking in the discussion predicts growth and comprehension skills over the next year. Most of us just read to our kids. We don't have that discussion during bedtime reading. The academic skills of our adult population are woefully deficient, and that's part of what predicts the kids' outcomes. If you adjust for the mother's education, the mother's test scores, well, if you don't adjust, the test score gap is there by age 3, and really there by age 5 when kids start kindergarten. If you do adjust, our kids are doing sometimes slightly better than you'd predict by the time they start kindergarten, given what their mother's test scores were. Okay? So we've got some lifestyle issues to deal with. We've got to cope with the fact that our wealth on lots of different dimensions is not what we need to have it be. But if we can give people images of what it looks like if they try to do what we think they need to do, and then build in the supports, I think there is hope.